Hey everybody, Kevin here, Brown's Homestead Harvest House. Sorry about that, I had to get around the chair. I'm going to be doing a weekly profile on an animal, North American animal mostly, giving a description and maybe a little story with it. This week, I'm going to do the Roosevelt Elk. There's 3 subspecies of elk: the Rocky Mountain, the Roosevelt, and the Tule elk. Tule elk are strictly in California and a couple islands off the coast. Rocky Mountains are pretty much from the west of the Cascades. East of the Cascades, east. And then the Roosevelt, which is this elk above me, and I'll give you a better shot of him in a minute, is pretty much from the west of the Cascades to the Pacific Ocean, from Northern California to lower British Columbia. And they're in a milder climate. So they tend to not have to herd up or migrate. They kind of just stay in their local areas and can survive that way because they don't have as harsh a climates, you know, the snow, lower temperatures and stuff like that. Roosevelt elk are claimed to be the largest of the elk family subspecies. You'll get everybody arguing Rocky Mountains are bigger, but as of right now, the Roosevelts are bigger bodied, but their antlers tend to be shorter and a little darker. They're more of the old growth forests and rainy areas, so they tend to be a little shorter so they can maneuver through some of that stuff, and darker because they don't get as much sunlight. Their hides tend to be darker, like I just said also. And I did a thing on I think it was elk hides and capes, but they tend to be a little bit darker. I'm gonna give you a close-up on him. His story was in 1945, a postman in Western Oregon, where they still carried firearms in their rigs while they were still monitoring the Pacific coast for Japanese planes and stuff, and they had firearms. He saw this Roosevelt elk out in the field, and he knew the owner, shot it, took care of the meat. Anyways, I recovered the antlers from an old guy there, and so they're probably pushing that 90 years old. Had it mounted on with a Roosevelt cape, and it's been in my possession now for probably 8 years. We did something a little different on him. His little tongue sticking out, a little drool there, so either he was drinking some water and was slobbering, or he was all hot and bothered and was finding the lady. So I'm going to give you a close-up on him. This is a Roosevelt elk. Like I said, there's his tongue sticking out and a little bit of drool there. Yeah, like their antlers, I did have him scored. 291 is what is, I believe, on the sheet that I have. I haven't looked at it for a while, but yeah, they're a little shorter racks, a little thicker racks on them than a Rocky Mountain, which I will show you in the next profile. But yes, this is a Roosevelt elk. And if you haven't already, thanks for watching, tuning in, subscribe, tell your friends. Appreciate it. Have a great day.